What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, it is Friday. It's raining. I just want to chill. I just want to lay in the bed, you know? But it is a show. And with that being the case, man, you know I'm always amped up and ready to go for that. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now, man. But what about you?
Everything's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty good.
No complaints here. What's the deal with the green? The St. Patty's hoodie?
Well, for me, I'm Irish.
Right.
So when you're Irish, you can wear green whenever.
On any day.
Yeah, because I'm Irish.
It's the holiday.
Absolutely. Because us, you know, real Irish people, we don't just celebrate on St. Patrick's Day. That's kind of like for the fake Irish people. It's kind of like Cinco de Mayo. It's like, oh, you know, us real Latinos, we don't really celebrate Cinco de Mayo. It's not that big of a deal for us. But, you know, that's what for me. I wear my green whenever I want to wear my green. And I'm plant-based. That's kind of how I'm rolling with my life nowadays.
Okay, so it's a portion of each.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, how could you not love green? That's becoming like my new favorite color.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's never been one of my favorites. I don't know. Blue's up there for me. Blue, navy blue.
No. I thought you were going to say red, bro.
Red?
Dang.
No.
Man, you got to be careful. It's a lot of bloods to watch our show, man. No,
I don't know. I thought blue, navy blues always look good on me.
Okay.
And then obviously black and gold, right?
No, black and gold is definitely your color, man.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not surprised you like blue. Of course you would like blue.
Navy blue.
No, just regular blue.
Navy blue to be specific.
Like the OG color blue. Okay. I can get behind
Navy blue to be specific.
Yeah.
Or at times pit blue. There's a certain There's a certain tint to pit blue, too.
Whatever type of blue it is, I'm actually glad to hear that you like blue because I could understand that sentiment. Mm-hmm. It makes a lot of sense. In fact, I think I can relate to you a little bit. My son, did I tell you his favorite color is blue with a hint of red? That's what he told me, man. That's what he told me.
America.
Yeah.
For America.
Mm-hmm. With a charge in Buffalo.
Uh,
But anywho, let's get this show rolling, man. So with that being said, let us know where you are tuning in from. We will give you the big boy shout out on this beautiful Friday. Like I said, I don't care if it's raining or not. It's beautiful because we are alive, and it's Mother's Day this weekend as well, man. So, you know, we definitely gonna have to think on that, talk about that a little bit for all the mothers out there in the building. Definitely want to salute you.
Mook 984-479. Kenneth Moses, the 757, Virginia Beach. In Dallas, though. Oh. Dallas House. Is that a place down in Virginia Beach?
Not that I know of, but, you know.
Maybe he's down in Dallas.
Nothing wrong with being in Dallas either.
Aaron Grant.
They got blue, too, now that I think about it, huh?
The 704, Charlotte, baby. Let's go Steelers. Moats. Doing the damn thing on the Steelers show with Missy Matthews.
Oh, man, shout out. Yeah. Made my return to Steelers TV yesterday. Hadn't been on since I had left to go to Cali.
Did they do the one-on-one interview with you like they do with the drafties?
No.
Welcome back, Arthur. How's it been?
No. We were, it was me, Matt Williamson and Mike Pursuta. We were just talking about, you know, the draft picks we were excited about, the quarterback, things like that, man. So it was a good vibe, man.
He also says, show the old timers how it's done.
Oh, man. I am like the
Are
youngest.
You the youngest?
Yeah, I've been the youngest for like the past couple of years. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's a cool thing though, man. I kind of like being the young guy, but I always got to remember that I can't get like too elevated because they're older. So it's like, all right, find that happy medium. It's more buttoned up as well.
Now you're the veteran here.
Yeah. Is that what I am now? You're technically the veteran. You're more accustomed to podcasts. You've been doing this longer than me.
Get out of here.
You're the one who told me about it. I didn't want to do it, remember? I was anti. He was like, yo, do a podcast. I was like, nope. I do radio only. I don't do podcasts. Everybody got a podcast. I'm not everybody. Yeah, that was your idea. You came with the podcast, bro. You did. You know you did.
I did.
I had no desire to do a podcast, bro.
You did not. Well, it's funny, too, because probably our idea of what the podcast was going to be...
Oh, it was night and day.
Wasn't necessarily Steeler-related. Because you were doing the Steeler videos, those solo videos on Instagram. And our first episode or two of doing the podcast,
it's like Marvel, right?
Yeah, we literally talked Avengers and drums, I think.
Yeah.
That was the first one. The second one, I think we talked around the league stuff, some NBA.
But we were not trying to...
we were doing a lot of NBA to begin with, actually.
That was our thing, man. Now it's like football.
But then, Steeler season came to be, and was
it
natural.
just happened, bro. It just happened.
We started talking AB with his helmet, the helmet gate.
Oh, yeah.
People were really in tune with that.
I forgot all about helmet gate, bro. He was like, yo, I can't play. This is not the right helmet. Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely remember that, bro.
And then it just went from there.
Yeah.
Because originally it was no video either.
Nothing. No, it was
just audio. Then we started doing some video. And it was more for just clips on Instagram and stuff. And then we're like, why don't we just film the whole thing and put it up on YouTube? And then here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So it's been beautiful. It's been a journey. But we're going to keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. 302 live episodes later. Here we go now. Here we go.
Elijah Barnett, the 610 Darby.
Darby, okay.
Dodge City, PA. Hashtag Delaware County.
Shout out
NFL Youngboy will be our number one receiver by year's end.
I'm not going to lie. The old timers, I don't want to call them the old timers, but since that's what the chat was calling, my crew, they definitely are big on Pickens as well. They feel like he has that wide receiver one. He's going to be the guy. Could have potentially been the best receiver in the draft if he was healthy, right? Because we know going into last season, prior to him tearing the ACL, he was viewed as one of the top receiving prospects. So they were definitely excited about that part. It's very similar to what we were talking about as well, man. So
it's good to hear. Yeah. I don't think anyone has a negative thing to say about Pickens right now.
Not at all. Literally, the only thing was just don't get thrown out of a game for beating somebody up. That was it.
I'd say that's the case for probably him, Liao, and Austin. No one really has a negative thing. Those are all good picks.
Good situation, man.
Pickens,
really good situation.
Or not Pickens. Pickett. I think it's 50-50.
Yeah,
I think most people are optimistic, though, at least.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was even talking with them, and they're a little bit, sometimes they could be more harsh on quarterbacks, especially when they're accustomed to Ben and even covering his career.
So they've been shitting on Mason.
They weren't too fond of, all the picks at times, but they don't hate any pick either. It's kind of like what I said.
Oh, they didn't like when we picked Mason in the third round.
Yeah, they're it's very
understood. I wasn't that thrilled with it either.
Yeah,
Ben was right. Whenever I look back on what he said, because remember we talked about the Tannehill thing.
Yeah,
he not only said point to the playbook, but also why are we taking a guy in the third round as a quarterback when we could have taken someone that could have helped the team immediately? He was like, I don't really understand the pick.
Mm-hmm.
And to this point, he hasn't really helped the team that much.
He has, though. He played a whole season for us when Ben got hurt.
That's the question. How much did he help?
He helped us. We didn't have a losing season. And he did start more games than he did not start. So technically, he did help. Technically.
Maybe.
Just not as to the level that we would have wanted him to help, but he did help.
All right. Good way to put it.
Right?
Great way to put it. Great way to put it. He got us through. He got us out of stadium.
He got us out of a stadium.
Would say.
He didn't kill us.
I'll list off a couple more here.
All right.
The Barbarian 757 Chesapeake says, "What's up, fam?"
Crib. Let's get it.
Justin Patton, the 570 from PA, and then Leah Warren, Killeen, Texas.
Let's
254.
Go. Let's go.
I'll say D Pride 99 too. Columbia, South Carolina.
Nah, I like it. And like I said, once again, man, shout out to all the mothers in the building. We're going to keep this theme going because it is Mother's Day weekend, and I love mamas. You know what I'm saying? Love mamas. So let's get to these supers, man.
Wouldn't be here without them.
No question, man. No question.
Official momentum. Moats and Deke, happy Friday. Salute us Irish. He's also Irish, he says.
Man, let's go, man. Absolutely. Love it.
Najee Loudpack. Got my UNC 6 on today.
Bro, you filthy for them. Let's
go. At the doctor's office with the wife. My first son and last child might be here today.
Let's go, man.
Checking in.
Najee Loudpack, let's go, man. Big time. Congrats. Ooh, man, can we get a podcast, baby? Can we get one right while the live is going? Oh, man, that'd be dope.
What? Podcast?
I said, we need a podcast, baby.
Oh, a podcast, baby.
Podcast, baby. Like the
born
baby
during
during
the
the podcast. Yeah, man.
Middle name. I think 2 middle names then.
I think so as well, man.
Arthur Deke.
Absolutely. Moats Deke, something like that, man.
Does he say he doesn't have his last name or his actual name in there? So let's just say, what is his name? What's his first name? We'll say Brian.
I don't know if I want. Like I ain't gonna put your name on because he sends the email.
Okay, we'll say his first name's Brian. His first name's Brian.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the kid's gonna be. He's gonna be his son. Mm-hmm. Brian, Arthur Deke. What's his last name?
Johnson.
Yeah.
There we go.
That flows pretty good.
I think it does too.
That's pretty good.
I think it does definitely, man. Shout out to Najee Loudpack and his wife. Shout out.
Official momentum. Moats low key a Crip.
Oh Lord.
What's Deke then?
Oh Lord. Deke said he like blue. He the Crip. I'm the blood. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? I'm non-affiliate. I don't know anything. I don't know anybody. I don't want any problems.
People thought I was gonna have some problems out in LA where my Pirates at.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, man.
Isn't there a gang with the Pirates P?
Yeah,
or
apparently,
like yellow,
man.
black, and yellow.
Apparently it is, man. You know, I'm still new to all this stuff. I don't know anything about gang culture or anything like that. Nope.
I was all right though.
Yes,
we did all right out in LA.
I was happy for us that we were all right and nothing happened.
Yeah, there was nothing out there. I mean, the Packers, we had the Irish bar.
When you said nothing negative that happened, let's clarify. Nothing that was negative. Except we did see the homie on Venice who defecated on himself and was walking.
Wait, what?
Remember when he like took the dump and was walking? Please tell me you don't remember that?
Oh, I definitely remember it. I don't remember witnessing it happen. I think I remember him walking around.
We saw him walking with it. Yeah.
with it in his pants.
Yeah. Literally just strolling, and we're like, bruh.
Yeah, because you guys pointed it out.
Yeah. Me and it was D.D. Smalls was out there with a shout out to D.D. Smalls. But yeah, man, we looked and was like, bruh, is that and that's what that and he was just casual with it. Yeah. And then he finally got something to clean it up. Or I don't even know if he got it clean up. We saw him walk into a store. It was like, all right, hope for the best. Yeah. But there was nothing negative that happened.
No, there wasn't. Because remember out in Green Bay, we're at that Irish bar.
My man postured up on you, bro. It was about to get real.
It was getting weird. I thought we were just having a good time.
It was getting real, bro.
Not only that, but remember at the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the Packers dudes
behind us,
walking and throwing middle fingers, and I just stand up. I'm like, where's the flag on this? I mean, the refs throw flags on way more ticky-tack things. And the guy behind me is like,
he went crazy.
Down, dude. You're really crying about that? I was like, bro, it's not a big deal. I'm just trying to get any call I can get. And then he just kept going back. I'm like, bro, you were like, bro, chill. Because you said you were ready to go.
Yeah, because, like I said, this is different. Like, I don't like a lot of the talking back and forth. But at the same time, I understand.
It was nothing I initiated.
No, and that's the thing. I was like, you didn't do anything. But I'm like, he's the one, keep going. And you know how that goes. Usually the ones that keep talking, they're not really about all the fisticuffs and, all that nonsense.
We would have had Sam Highsmith on our team, though.
Oh, he was ready. He was ready.
Yeah.
He was ready. He was locked in.
Official momentum. Big B-Day party tomorrow at Baja Bar and Grill.
Let's go.
5-7.
Let's go.
Yeah, I guess today's the 6th, so tomorrow is the 7th.
Oh, you silly. I guess today is the 6th, huh?
Official momentum. It is Friday. Hashtag my Steelers stories. Hashtag be prepared.
Be prepared. Behind the scenes, by the way.
Cam Letson. Yo, what's up, boys? Happy Friday. Shout out to whoever made the Justin Lane golden ticket.
There it is. That you?
Yeah. No, I didn't make the golden ticket, so... Do you want me to explain a little bit?
Yeah, because I was really over here when you said golden ticket. My mind went two places.
Okay.
One's good, and one's could be really good for in the past. We don't need that action now. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain both of those?
No, I do not.
Okay. The one you got to be thinking Willy Wonka, right?
Absolutely, that's one.
What's the other one?
I know.
Am I missing something? Should I know?
I don't know. Maybe you don't need to know, man.
Okay, but this
has
to do with
some people pull up with the golden ticket and you're not getting chocolate. You're getting something else. But it's always fun. It's always great. We're going to enjoy ourselves. I'll tell you that.
I might have to go on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, so this has to do with Madden, though. Every year around this time, the content starts to get a little slow after the draft. And what they'll do is release golden tickets, and it's like 32 or 36 of them. So for all the players that use Ultimate Team, it's pretty random. I mean, 32 cards out of how many people play that game mode. So you got to log in at certain times during some week that was probably like a month ago, and then you'll know if you got a golden ticket. And then you got to submit to EA once you get the golden ticket what card you want. And it could be any card that has already been available. So Justin Lane's card right now is like a 68 overall. As long as he's in the game, you can pick him.
Okay.
So for him, he's 6'2", a cornerback. We really need secondary help. So someone submitted a golden ticket for Justin Lane. That's a big help for the Steelers team.
Oh, wow.
We got Plax. We got a Plaxico card, too. We got a Troy Polamalu card that we didn't need.
Let's go.
Because he's already 99 overall. It was
but
really stupid
better in goal. He just looks better in goal.
Yeah, there's probably going to be some attributes that are a little better. It was a really stupid pick. And then we got a halfback Michael Vick card.
Halfback Michael Vick.
Another stupid pick. But I don't think they were saying that guy wasn't a Steeler fan. He was more of a Jets fan. So if anything, it's just house money for us.
Okay. Well, yeah, man. We ain't tripping. We like it. We'll
so it was a great card. Yeah, it drops today. Yeah. So I'm excited about it. A lot of people.
Okay. Well, shout out to the homie Justin Lane and his golden ticket.
Official momentum. Ambition live tomorrow night. Hashtag Baja Bar and Grill.
Hey, May 7th, because it is the 6th. You said it.
Russell Schwartz, Moats and Deke, it's finally baby day.
Okay, let's go.
It's another one?
Let's go.
It is, because the other one was Najee Laupak, patiently waiting to head to the Berg for delivery. Checking in from the 724 Hermitage.
Man, congrats, man.
Two babies
congrats.
today.
Yo, let's go. It is baby season. It's Mother's Day weekend, man. Shout out to the new mothers, or if they're becoming additions to their motherhood, man, shout out to them as well, man. But that is dope, man. We are happy for you, Russell Schwartz, man. Absolutely. And if you need middle names, because we already said Arthur Deke is the middle name for Najee Laupak's baby. This one could be...
This might be a daughter.
Oh.
He didn't explain.
Okay, so if this is the daughter, it could be...
Say Erica.
Oh. Erica Moats.
You don't have a female version of your name, huh?
I do. Arthurina. Absolutely, I do.
There's no way that's real.
Arthurina. What you mean?
There's no way.
It's Arthur and Rena at the end of it.
There's no way.
Arthurina.
Hold on.
Artia. That's
Like,
another one.
Arthur, like you are, not
Yeah.
E-R, Rena.
In the arena.
There's no way.
Yeah, dude. Come on,
I
bro.
guess you're right.
Come on, bro. It's not my first time. Come on, man.
Baby name, meaning, origin, and popularity.
Let's go.
I wonder what the popularity is.
Read the popularity on that thing, man.
This is from thebump.com. Meaning bear.
Oh.
Is that what Arthur means?
What type of bear?
Origin Celtic too. So there's
Well, I'm Irish
connection.
But what type of bear? What's the spelling?
B-E-A-R.
Okay, like a bear.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like bear B-A-R-E.
No.
Okay,
Like,
so yeah.
like an actual bear.
Absolutely, then, man. Let's go, man.
Hold on. Arthurina is a variant of the Celtic name Arthuretta.
See, let's get it, bro. Y'all better stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing.
It
Stop
doesn't say
playing.
the popularity.
Well, we just know it's super popular. Everybody talk about it back in the hood, bro. Everybody.
It just says it's a baby name though.
Yeah, man. I got like 3 cousins I know named Arthurina.
No way.
Nah, I don't. But it sound good though.
If there's one person out there named Arthurina, you gotta let us know in the chat at some point.
Without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt. Oh man.
It's a hot take here. Let's go UW. I'm starting to like Louis more than Casey. I don't know about that.
Oh yeah.
I will say this: Domingue had his moments yesterday.
And then he had some bad moments yesterday.
He had some bad moments. Yeah. One of them was after the floodgates already kind of started opening. I think the goal to go up 5-2. Mm-hmm. But the one I think that they got 4-2 was fluky because it hit off Matheson's skates. Yeah. That was bullshit too. I mean, if we had one more go our way, that could have easily been 3-3 at that point.
Absolutely.
But I don't know if Domingue holds up for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we shall see, man. We shall see.
I guess we have to go with him though.
I mean, right now, yeah.
We're in a really bad spot.
Mm-hmm.
Black and Martyr. Morning, fellas. Happy Friday.
There he is. What it do, baby? What it do?
Najee Laupak. Moats, you see my first name. I'd never make a child deal with the name Rolled. That name dies with me. His name is going to be Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Oh, I like that, though. Okay.
Nice. Biblical.
Jeremiah, absolutely.
Cam Letson. Boys, you better be going to the Steelers versus Buffalo game whenever it is. That's the only game I can go to, and this time I'm going to look for you in the lot.
Okay.
Oh, so what? Is he from Buffalo or up in New York?
No, I mean,
that's the only game he could go to, an away game?
Hey, man, maybe he's a 716er. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he might be from up there.
Absolutely.
Russell Schwartz, having another son, LOL. All right, so this is more baby information. Preston Avery. Avery is his big sister and Heaven's first name. So it's going to be his middle.
Okay, let's go then. Let's go.
Works.
I can respect it. Let's go.
Official momentum. Which story y'all want today? I think that's on you.
It's what everyone Deke chooses.
Because he brought up Kiesel and AB.
Yeah, it's what everyone Deke chooses.
All right, we'll get to it when the time comes.
Absolutely. But let's get to this first topic here, man. And that is, we said we were going to talk about the undrafted free agent signings for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We wanted to dedicate this day for them, So here we are, baby. Here we are. Excuse me on that. So just a full update. It was 10 guys that the Steelers did sign as undrafted free agents. First is Jake Dixon from Duquesne's left tackle. Then it's Matteo Durant, the running back from Duke. Donovan Jeter, nose tackle from Michigan. Then it was Tyree Johnson, the edge rusher, opposite my man DeMarvin Leal from Texas A&M. Yeah. Then T.D. Moultrie, another edge rusher from Auburn. Chris Owens, offensive lineman from Bama. Chris Steele, cornerback from USC. Fight on for all my Trojans out there. See? Golden ticket. All right. And then we got Jordan Tucker, UNC. right tackle. Jalen Warren, running back from Oklahoma State. And then Bryce Watts, cornerback from UMass. First thoughts on some of these guys, man. I think that they're all talented in some aspect. I think that some of the dudes, as I was watching them, I was a little bit surprised that they went undrafted.
Yeah.
Some of these other guys, I could see some of the flaws in their game, some of the holes in terms of why they, weren't able to move up draft boards like they probably would have wanted to. But as a whole, I do like this group. And it's very different than last year. I thought last year we signed a lot more guys, if I remember correctly. And not all of them panned out. It was kind of, it got a little wacky. It was getting chopped away, right?
I think what's good about this one is there's not one particular guy that's sticking out that was supposed to be, this guy was supposed to be third round, like Shakur Brown. We got our hopes up for him.
Yeah. Like with this, it's like all of them are quality, all of them are good, but we don't feel like nobody is this is a steal of all steals.
Although I might have one or two guys that I'm feeling good about.
I feel like it happens. It's okay.
Yeah.
I might have one too.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But guess we'll start in order. Well, just the order I wrote them down in. Started with the left tackle from Duquesne, man. Shout out to the local kid right here, man. But Jake Dixon, good size on him, man. I think he's a little bit lighter, 6'6", 290. But first off, I like his fundamentals, man. I think that he plays, really technically sound, keeps his head out of his blocks. He's a puncher, and he trusts his punch, on that. Like his footwork, I think he stays square as well, which is key in terms of the pass protection, especially as a left tackle. I think the areas that he needs improvement in, though, is his anchor versus the bull rush and ultimately his strength. Because when you see him in like the run game, he's not generating a ton of movement. You can see some of the smaller defenders, speed rushing on him and giving him a long arm bull and how he would be susceptible to that. That's the two things that really stood out to me the most. But I think as a whole, one of the things that I saw him put on tape, it was similar to what I used to see Al do in terms of he would chop the hands. So if a guy's going to bull rush you, remember we see Al put the straight arms out, he's going to chop him down so that way he doesn't have to worry about being strong enough or not strong enough, right? This dude, he's done it a little bit, but not to the same extent. I think he would need to really refine that part.
He's trying.
Yeah, if he can get that going, I think he has a chance to be an okay tackle in this league. I think that right now he's more of a swing guy, though, more than anything, man.
How often is that technique taught?
Honestly, man, the first time I saw it taught was when Tunch, and God bless Tunch soul as well, man, but when I saw Tunch teaching it to Al, I had never seen it, and even playing, I had never really played against somebody to do it against me in terms of like really weaponizing a consistent two-hand chop as a offensive tackle. Most of the time, they want to punch, and then after they punch, they want to grab and close up that space. Whereas, like I said, with that particular move, it would catch you off guard, and it'd take you a couple of times to really pick up on like, this dude is really chopping my arm and using my momentum and leverage against myself, So if, like I said, Tunch taught it to Al, and I know Al, that's been his thing since 2015, 2016 time frame. But I'm sure it's got to be other people that are using it, or at least they can put that on tape for Jake and say, hey, look, man, this is what you need to learn. This is what you need to practice. Kind of like Debo's rip move. It was like, man, you see Debo doing that, everybody started trying to learn. How do you just like, that's the process with it. So for me, I think of Jake in a similar vein because his frame would allow him to do it because of the length that he has. But at the same time, I think that he has to figure out a counter to guys bull rushing him, because right now I don't think he has an effective way to stop that rush. And if you can't stop that rush in the NFL, they're going to kill you.
Yeah. Maybe he could be a successful Duquesne guy. The only guy that I remember that had any success coming out of Duquesne, I don't know if you'll recognize his name. You might, because the AFC East. Lee Bawden. Lee Bawden, New England Patriot cornerback.
I know him.
Yeah, he came out of Duquesne. I think he had probably an 8-9 year NFL career. Because you're not really thinking a dude out of Duquesne's going to make it.
Right.
But hopefully he does. I mean, he's got the size, as you mentioned. He's got the size and everything. He just probably needs taught up a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's what it looked like. It's like, man, if he could just refine that, I think he'll be okay. All right, the next guy I had on the list, Matteo Durant, the running back out of Duke. Now, I like this dude a ton.
Yep.
I think he's such a smooth runner, one-cut downhill guy. I think he's explosive. I don't think he has elite top end, but I think he has really, really good top end.
Enough. I think he ran a 4.4 something, right?
And that's what I'm saying, like in the sense of if he has a step, he can take it to the house, but I have seen him get caught by the fast corners, the fast safety guys. So that's why I said good top end, just not elite top end.
Right.
I don't think he's a shifty guy, but I think he has really good vision. And I think on zone runs, that's where he shines. When he's able to just take that ball outside zone and he's just reading the offensive lineman, reading that 3 technique, reading that end. If a guy gets reached, he's taking it outside. If a guy, sets the edge, he's putting that foot in the ground, getting downhill. But I think that his vision and just how smooth he is some of his best assets. And I think that he's a strong runner. I don't see him go down on the initial contact too much. Not saying that he's necessarily a bruiser, but I just think he's a physical runner. And even though he wasn't utilized as a receiver at Duke that often, I think on swing routes, when they get him the ball, he can definitely make a guy miss in space. He can ultimately, catch that. If he has a step on that inside linebacker taking a bad angle, he can definitely outrun them. And I also seen him on a couple of wheel routes as well, man. So to me, I like Matteo a lot. In fact, who he kind of reminded me of, man?
Kamara.
I was not saying Kamara. No. To me, man, it was a cat from South Carolina. He ended up getting hurt. Was it Marshawn Lattimore? I think it was his late.
Oh yeah, he was a beast.
Like that's who he reminded me of when I was watching him, man. Just like the smoothness of it. And I think Lattimore was a better player, a little bit bigger, but
yeah, he had how many ACL? He was like Frank Gore.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
He's
and then
never panned out in the pros,
the last one where it was just tragic, like really messed the knee up. But to me, man, when I watch him, like at times, I'm just like, yo, he looks like him. That smoothness, explosive, great vision, fast, like his feet always moving. Like that's what I see when I see him, man. So I like him a lot, man.
Yeah, it took me like 3 plays to be sold on the dude because you're right.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw how smooth of a runner he was, also how fast he was, not afraid to drop the shoulder, like at goal line scenarios, I think he could be what Anthony McFarland was supposed to be for us.
I promise.
That's why I said Kamara comparison, because I compared McFarland to Kamara back in the day.
I remember that
so
as
this
well.
is the new Kamara.
I definitely remember that as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I definitely like Durant though, man. I think that he has a legitimate chance to push that, those guys in terms of Benny Snell and Anthony McFarland, because his style is different than Benny Snell. His style is different than McFarland. McFarland's a fast runner, but McFarland isn't really under control. Now we saw the first year he would slip and fall a lot. Second, we really didn't get to see him. I know I had the opportunity in like training camp and stuff like
and
that.
He looked better, you said.
And he looked a lot better, but it's still a difference in his running style versus Matteo, who, like I said, is just a smooth, natural runner. He reads the hole well. He's just, like I say, he's always under control. That's the thing that I really like about him, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how he proceeds forward,
He's been an efficient runner ever since his sophomore year, where he's got, 97 attempts, 4.8 a carry. Then junior year, 6.8 a carry, 120 for 817. And then senior year, he became more of the workhorse. Production's there.
No, without
1,241 yards, 9 touchdowns, 27 receptions, 256 receiving yards.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder why he went undrafted.
Yeah.
Has to be due to the running back position.
Well,
because even some of the guys we were talking
it's
about, like
devalued,
Ty Chandler, felt a little late for us to be talking to him going in like the 5th or 6th round because of how good he was. But it's just running back now.
Running back has been devalued, and we've been talking about that. It's the gift and the curse, because a lot of guys can come in and play that position. Now the supply versus demand. It has a surplus of supply. So you're just kind of like, well, we don't need to spend like that on this position. We don't need to waste a draft pick on this position when we can go get a guy as an undrafted free agent. And that's essentially what the Steelers did, But this dude right here, he's draftable. He's a draft quality player. Like this, that's why, like when I said I was surprised some of these guys haven't been drafted, he's one of the main guys I was thinking about, because I think that he's very complete in his game, but it's just he plays a position where it's just not as prevalent anymore, because you're able to find him on the undrafted free agent market.
You think that contract's telling it all?
I heard he had like the biggest. Didn't he got like the biggest
undrafted rookie contract for a running back?
Yeah,
it was $15,000 guaranteed, and I think it's a 3-year, almost $3 million. It's almost like $1 million a year.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that's all guaranteed and whatnot.
No, I think just the 15 is
just
guaranteed.
The 15, so he just needs to make the roster every year.
Yeah, you make the roster, your money becomes guaranteed after that. But I do think that it is telling. It's telling that he had a market. That's the first part. Because the Steelers, they're not going to just pay that just for the sake of, oh, I like you a lot, let me overpay you. Nah. But if he had another team that was calling him saying, hey, man, we want to sign you and we're going to pay you $7, and he comes back to the Steelers and he's like, yeah, they want to pay me $7, still say, okay, we'll give you $8. Then they're like, well, we'll give you 10. Steel's like, we'll give you 12. They're like, we'll give you 14. All right, we'll go 15, last offer. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how I see it playing out. But either way, it's good for him. He's going to get some money in his pocket. But just the on-field part, I do think that he has a legitimate chance, man. Like, just based on what I've seen thus far. And I was going to tell you also, man, since OTAs are starting up in 2 weeks, I will be down there. I'll get a chance to see some of these practices. All right.
No way.
So we're gonna see what these dudes is looking like. All right. We're gonna have to come back with these inside scoops. You know how we do.
These mandatory? Are you gonna see Deontay there?
Well, the OTA part isn't mandatory, but then minicamp is mandatory. So I'll be covering
That's like
that
a week
as well.
after?
That's right afterwards, yeah. So
Okay.
we're gonna get these updates flowing, man.
OTAs, just rookie.
No, OTA is everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Don't they have rookie OTAs or like a rookie mini?
minicamp? That's this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And no, I am not covering that. I was like, I'm not going on it for rookie minicamp.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm good on
You
that.
don't have to.
For the real stuff, the OTAs and the minicamp.
That's this week, you said.
No,
weeks.
start 24th that weekend. That week is when OTAs start, and then they'll run
got
all the
the
way
schedule
to the
coming up
second week
this
of June.
week.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
It's almost football season. We're getting there.
It's getting there, man. It is definitely getting there.
Yeah, I'm
baby.
pumped about this, dude. I think he could be RB2 for us.
No, without a doubt, I like him a lot, man. We're gonna see, man. All right, next up on the list was Donovan Jeter, the nose tackle from Michigan.
What's so funny?
It's the name to me, bro.
It is a good name.
It is, bro. It is.
Also, he's from here, so people are excited.
Yeah.
At the same time, started 3 games
Yeah.
at Michigan?
Yeah.
His highlights look amazing. I mean, his highlights look like, to me, remember that dude we signed from the XFL, Savon Walker?
Savon Walker,
He's just there. He's just a big dude in the middle.
Body.
Yeah.
6'3", 325, man. So you said that. I thought he reminded me a little bit of Montravius.
Okay. That's not bad, though.
Yeah, he reminded me a little bit
You never
of
know
him,
how
man.
these players can develop.
Yeah, and the thing is this, man. I think that Donovan has good size, good strength. I like his hand usage as well. To me, he's a true nose, but he is still twitchy enough that he can bump out and play some of the sub package. Well, I think he, like I said, he didn't start these games in Michigan, but he would get used at times there, and you can see the burst to get off and stuff like that. I just think the biggest thing, man, you just got to be consistent. You know, when you start talking about these bigger body guys, play in and play out. That's the part. When they get tired, they get a little high. That's when you see the movement. That's when you see it not look as good as it want or as it should be. Or I notice at times too, because he's so twitchy, he tries to make plays, which is a good thing, but sometimes he won't be as fun at like gap sound. So if he's supposed to be in this gap, he's trying to do this to get to that play, which is fine when he makes them. But if you don't, you will create a void and stuff like that. But as a whole, I definitely liked his game, man.
In all seriousness, maybe Michigan wasn't the best fit for him, and you just never know how some of these players develop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could he be competing with the Davis brothers and Mondo for a spot?
Yeah,
you never know. Like, even though he wasn't as productive as you would have liked in college.
Michigan was loaded too, bro. You gotta think, man. 2 of them dudes, one went in the first round, one should have been in the first round, but no, that's right. Baltimore took him in the second. Talking about the David Joby.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was the other guy. Yeah, he would have been a first round pick. So
yeah, who knows who they all
him,
had on their defensive line like that, but. Yeah, you just never know. I mean, he's got good size, and from what I saw, he can make plays. You're right. Just got to be consistent.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely like him though, man. I think he'll make it interesting though on the inside. If he can be as consistent and tap into that Montravius Adams that I can see in him, bro, I think this would be really good value, man. But
practice squad for a year or two, and then like a backup guy gets maybe
and even
10-20% of the snaps down the line.
And think about Montravius. He didn't just start out his career like that. He kind of,
no, he was bouncing around all over the place.
Absolutely, man. And now he's just, was able to come here, play
Same
well,
thing with
and then
Mondo
resign for a 2 year.
Or Mondu, right?
Yeah, Mondu.
It looks like Mondo, but
remember he said they just changed the name to Mondu. Remember that's what he said. He said it's spelled Mondo, but he was like, we just call it Mondu.
Ooh.
Yeah, he said he changed it. Like the family did. Yeah.
Man, I don't remember that.
Yeah, man.
My memory's going.
It happens, bro.
But even with him, I think he was bouncing around a little bit too.
Definitely
and
was.
For him to get some time with us these last couple of years, like that's a success.
Absolutely.
And you never know with Jeter either.
Yeah, so shout out to the
if he does make
man.
it, he's gonna be getting a ton of support from hometown here.
No, he definitely would, man. Yeah, I did not know he was a hometown dude though, man. That's pretty dope. Dang, what high school did he go to? Do you know?
I think it's Beaver. From what I remember, it was Beaver Falls. So let me check again.
Okay.
I'll double check.
Yeah, I was wondering that, man. I had no clue.
It didn't pop up on Google like it normally does.
It happens. It's okay.
Yeah, Beaver Falls, PA.
That's dope.
High school Beaver Falls.
Let's go. That's dope. All right. Next up on the list is Tyree Johnson.
He looks pretty good.
Yes, he does. 6'2", 240, pass rusher. Now, it's funny, man. When I was watching him, obviously I'm seeing a lot of DeMarvin on the tape as well. I'm like, oh, man, y'all are loaded. Y'all are stacked. But
we got Buddy Johnson, too.
Yeah. The thing that I liked, though, was this, man. With Tyree, like I said, he's definitely a pass rusher, man. Twitchy as heck. And he has a developed pass rush package. Like, he knows, how to win. He's not just using speed only. Stutter and go, flash and go. He knows how to rip. You know what I mean? Like, he has all these different things, but it's predicated off of his get off, which is a good thing to have. You definitely want that. That's like the prerequisite. You got to be off that line of scrimmage in a hurry. He gives you that. He also played in a 2-point stance. Okay? Standing up, which is different because we know when people looked at DeMarvin, they were like, oh, is he going to be an outside guy? Because he was playing DN. DeMarvin never stood up. DeMarvin's hand was in the ground. He was in a 3-point stance. With Tyree, he is a outside linebacker. I think he transitions fine. I think he plays really fast. A couple of things that I think he is going to need to improve upon to have a legitimate chance to make this roster. Number one, he has to be more consistent against the run in terms of setting the edge. And number two, here in Pittsburgh, we asked our guys to drop in coverage.
Yeah.
He didn't really drop that much. And when he did, it was the straight back variety. And I ain't going to lie to you, bro.
It was ugly.
It was ugly at times. Yo, one time, my man's going straight back. Guy runs across. He almost falls, just trying to change. I'm like, oh no, yeah. But that's coverage though, and it's different. A lot of guys, they aren't accustomed to being in coverage. I know when I first started doing it, I was similar. It was like, yo, everything's going so fast, man. You don't know who to look at, when to run fast, when not to, and then understanding dropping your level. And sometimes it's not always about running as fast as you can. It's about reading the route and anticipating it and things like that. Kind of what we talk about with Devin Bush, when we're like, man, just because he's fast, he has to understand what a guy's body is telling when he's in coverage. So with that, that's one of the things that Tyree's definitely going to have to improve upon to make this roster, because we don't just rush the passer here. We know that these guys are going to have to be in coverage as well.
So his competition, Jannard Avery, Tuska, John Simon. Who the hell is this? Delonte Scott?
I do not know, bro.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know. Yeah.
You think he's a far ways away? Whenever you bring up the coverage thing, at least.
Well, and it's another guy. You got the other guy they signed in as an undrafted free agent, TD.
Right.
He's another guy. But all of them guys are going to have similar issues. So you're either going to have the guys that can cover, but aren't as elite and dynamic as pass rushers, whereas these guys are more dynamic as pass rushers, but they struggle in coverage. It's all about, of the group now that we're talking about, who is going to pick up that, their weakness. Right. Whoever picks that up the fastest or improves it the most, not saying that it has to be go from a 3 to a 10 overnight, but if it can get it to a 7, if you get it to a 6, whoever can improve that part the fastest, I think that they have the leg up, because right now all of those guys are interesting. John Simon is interesting in the sense of the run support, the physicality, and just the veteran part, but he's not as athletic as these guys over here. But these guys over here aren't as physical as him. So it's kind of like, all right, well, who is going to do that next thing? Who's going to make that adjustment in their game, man?
Tuska might have to be the odd man out. I'm sorry.
But at the same time, Tuska probably has a leg up on these guys just because Tuska has already been in the system. Tuska has already done enough that they trusted him to put him on the field.
Tyree needs to pick it up, though.
Yeah.
I can't go another year of Tuska out there, man. I think.
Because you think, bro, Tuska's been out there, bro. We've seen Tuska in, legit games.
What I liked about him, I saw a couple clips where he was giving Evan Neal some fits.
Yes, he was.
Not only there was one where he just burst off the line, and
the
Evan Neal didn't even look like he was looking for him. So there was that.
Was crazy, bro.
But there was one time they were one-on-one, and he almost got to Bryce Young.
No, absolutely.
Kind of affected the pass. Mm-hmm. So the talent's there. I guess you're right. It's just maybe some of those little detail things like coverage and some of the other stuff he's got to work with his pass rush stuff.
Right, because it's like, if you're just a pass rusher, great. But in our defense, we have T.J. Watt dropping into coverage. So if T.J. Watt's dropping, trust me, Tyree, you're not just coming on the field to just rush the passer, baby. That's not how it's going to work.
How do you compare him to a dude like Quincy Roche last year? Because we drafted him in the 6th.
Yeah, I think similar. I think for Quincy, Quincy could rush. He definitely could rush.
I'm still bummed we lost him.
Yeah. He could absolutely rush. I wonder, was the coverage part that could have been the difference? But he could definitely rush. That's why in New York he was fine.
That was terrible. We kept Jameer Jones, who deserved it.
Yeah.
Because he had a really good preseason, the best out of our depth outside linebackers that were battling for a spot. And then we got rid of Roche. Or we didn't get rid of him. We tried to designate him a practice squad, and then Giants picked him up.
Yeah.
But then literally 2 weeks into the season, we just cut Jones anyway.
Yes.
It's like, come on, man. You should have kept Roche.
Yeah.
Because at least you could see his talent was better than Jones.
But they tried to by putting him on the practice squad. They thought they could hide him there, and it just didn't work out, bro. Yeah.
Because they were probably thinking with Jones, at least he'll give us special teams right away.
Right, absolutely.
That sucks.
But then didn't Jones go get on with Seattle and ball?
No, it was the Rams, and wasn't his first game he had like a punt block or something?
I was saying it was one of them teams out there, yeah.
Super Bowl champion?
Hey, man, shout out to him, bro.
If he's stuck on the roster, I don't know if they cut him at some point in the season or whatnot.
I hope he did get a ring, man. That'd be dope, bro. That'd be dope.
Wow.
All right. Next on the list is T.D. Moultrie, the edge rusher from Auburn. 6'2", 253, but this another twitchy pass rusher. This dude, he is super active as a rusher. Not as polished as a rusher as per se Tyree, but I think he strings together rushes really well. So he'll get off the ball, great burst. Then from there, first move block, okay, he's going to an inside move. Okay, inside move is stop. Okay, he's going back to the outside move. Very jitterbug like he just doesn't stop. And I think that he wins more so by overwhelming the offensive tackle versus just being a polished, crafty rusher, if that makes sense. Like we think of TJ,
you could tell. Yeah, he's just kind of going right at the going straight line kind of for the quarterback.
He just doing all this other stuff. TJ's like, yo, he's smooth. Boom, boom. I got to move. I know what I'm going to go with. Alex Highsmith, he has to move. You know what you're going to go to. But for him, it's like I said, it's a different, still effective, but different. I think that I think he's strong and he plays with good leverage. There's a couple of times, man, where I would see him get kicked inside to like that 3 technique spot. And I've seen him definitely hold his own against some of these bigger bodied offensive linemen. So I definitely like that. I don't think he's as athletic as Tyree though. I think that Tyree is a better athlete. And as a whole, coverage is going to need improvement because he had, like, I didn't see hardly any of him dropping into coverage. It looked like they would bump him more inside on some of their specialty packages and things like that. But yeah, he definitely have to improve the coverage part, man.
His way of making the roster is definitely special teams,
without a doubt.
At least for this season. Yes. And you never know how he could develop.
Yeah.
But he's kind of got that stocky frame too. I know he's a little taller than James Harrison, but maybe that's the prototype for him.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like this was some of the stuff I was reading too, and he went kind of hand in hand with what I saw, and you can confirm this or deny it or say, Deke, you're an idiot. Maybe get a little lower on the bend, like Harrison.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
But that was why, for me, I said I just didn't think he was as athletic because I was starting to wonder.
Can he even do it?
Can he do it? Yeah, because not everybody can do it. Like, even though Debo was stocky, Debo is still, like, he took care of his body. Like, he would improve his flexibility. Like, you would see that part, and that's why a lot of that worked. Then when it started to lose the flexibility, he just started to say, I'm a strong arm you and be just so strong.
Still would get those, like, 5 or 6 sacks when he was, like, what, 38, 39?
Absolutely, man. Whereas, like I said, for TD, I don't think he's that athletic. I think he's a good player, but I just don't think he's that athletic to me, man.
Okay.
All right, next up. Chris Owens, the offensive lineman from Bama. Now, he was listed as a center, but I didn't see this man play right tackle, right guard, center. Bro, he played it all. And I think he was good at all of them. Not great at any, but I think he was good at all of them. Super versatile, though, man. Very athletic as well. You see him, he can pull, he can play in space. I think he's a super smart player as well, man. When you talk about going center, right guard, right tackle, and still playing him at a high level because he's playing on Bama. This is, like I said, man, we know Bama. Nick Saban, he ain't playing no games down there. But it was just really impressive seeing him do all of those things. I don't think that he's as strong as I would like him to be. And I do think at times he doesn't trust his technique, his punch. He'll drop his head at times, man. And that is a sign of a guy that just, he doesn't believe that he can hold a guy off with just this. He feels like he has to get the headbutt in there. But as a whole, man, I think that this dude, like, the versatility that he brings to the table, man.
The next glue for us.
Absolutely. I didn't want to go
just for the right side.
But I think like he is that next guy because you talk about position flexibility. This is one of those guys right here that, okay, you got 53 guys on the roster, but he is essentially your 54 or 55 guys because he can play 3 different spots. legitimately. Very similar to when we talk about J.C. Hassenauer. He plays center, both guard spots. B.J. Finney, center, both guard spots. John Leglue could play tackle, guard. These are the type of guys you want. When you're not having starters, these are the guys. Because they help you get out of stadiums. They help you if you're in a bind of any capacity.
Yeah,
this is the guy that you go
to
with.
have an extra defensive guy or an extra guy on special teams.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Instead of too many linemen and none of them are typically going to play.
Correct.
On a given Sunday.
So imagine if you could have this guy that can essentially be 7, 8 linemen.
Where you could, maybe you can only, maybe you only have to bring in 3 linemen on the 53-man roster with Leglue, him, and like Hassenauer.
Yeah.
Because they could play so many different positions. I really like this one.
Yeah.
Looks like he plays inside better than right tackle, though.
I would agree.
There was one play. There was a couple plays, actually, I saw against him versus LSU. Mm-hmm. He was just locking down their defensive tackle. He wasn't even getting around them. So, I see him probably as a better guy on the inside than on the right tackle. And he has good
size, 6'3", 305.
Yeah.
Like, that's legitimate, but that's inside size. I know when I look at him at 6'3", a 6'3" tackle. Right,
that's undersized for a tackle.
That's like Kelvin Beachum. You remember him, right?
Yeah.
Like, Beach played left tackle at that size, and we were all, and I think Beach 6'3"? He might, top 6'3", 6'4", best case. But it was always weird to see that, and he had to really be fundamentally sound because that is a very, very small tackle. 6'3" is not tall. That's not long. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man, because, I'm not the tallest guy. When I see 6'3", I'm over here like, oh, well, you short. That's how you look at the 6'3".
Get on your tippy
as
toes.
A tackle,
you're right there.
Yeah, you be like, yo, you are little. You a little guy. Like, that's what you talk to him. All right. So him at 6'3", I definitely like him more inside, but he has that versatility. He could play all those spots though.
Why do you think he wasn't drafted?
Yeah. Why I think he wasn't drafted? Because number one, like I said, I think he's just good at a lot, but not great at anything. And sometimes when you're talking about offensive linemen, you look at them and you say, well, if this guy is good at all these things, but not great at one thing, can I get him later on? Do I have to spend a draft pick on this position? Think about the highest regarded interior offensive lineman, right? Tyler Linderbaum. If he was a left tackle, he would have went first, top 5 picks because of the position. But when you're talking about interior lineman, it's just like, we can get him later on in the draft. And then you look and you say, okay, well, a guy who isn't as good, who isn't as consistent, who really isn't great at one particular spot, you just start to ask yourself the same question. Well, I mean, we don't have to draft this dude in the 6th. We don't have to draft this guy in the 5th. We can sign him as a free agent. And I just think that could have been the case with him, man. I don't know if he has any injury history or backstory like that, but I do think that is a part of it, though.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
Because he's a good player.
I was going to say,
a good player, bro.
Looking into him, I wouldn't have been surprised if he actually was drafted in the 6th or 7th round. Just being a starter at Bama and playing all these positions, and from what I saw, it looked pretty sound whenever he was out there. It's not like he was a weak link on their line or anything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like that pickup, though.
I like him a lot, man. He's when I was thinking of like my way too early prediction of who's going to make the team without even like seeing these guys in OTA, seeing these guys
I think
in
he's a
training
good
camp.
Call.
He was one of them, and Durant. Yeah, those
I
are
agree
my
with
2.
You. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Chris Steele, the cornerback out of USC, 6'1", 190. Now, this dude right here, man, number one, good size. When you talk about a corner being over 6 foot, man, that's big. We definitely like that right there about him, man. But I think that he's a man corner, definitely a man corner, outside corner as well. Speedy guy. I think he's very physical. He's not afraid to get in there and mix it up in the run game also. And I think he has really good ball skills, man. To me, I just think it's going to be one of those things. When you get to the NFL level, can you make those plays, those 50-50 balls, those down-the-yard throws? How consistent are you going to be? Because collegially, you can get away with certain things. Just the rules are different in terms of how you can have contact with these receivers downfield. Whereas at the NFL level, a lot of corners, especially young guys, that's the struggle. When you can't touch that guy, you just got to be an athlete with him. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it to that level, but I do like his athleticism, though.
His story's kind of interesting, too, because he came out as a junior.
Mm-hmm.
He was a top talent coming out of high school, too. Like, what happened? I don't know. Like, it's not like he did terrible at USC.
Right, he wasn't terrible, no.
Wasn't, like, overly productive. But you're right, he has all those kind of physical traits that you're just like, all right, I'm kind of curious. We'll see what happens. Yeah. But I think you're right. Some of the things that I was seeing is a little physical down the field, trying to make up for the receiver's release that they were able to get on him.
Yes.
Are you gonna be able to pull that off?
Typically,
You're right.
yeah.
I mean, that's everything you just said right there.
Yeah.
I was more excited for the other corner than him. I'll just put it to you that way.
I can understand, and I can't wait to get on him as well.
Not opposed to this pickup because you're right. Just a flyer. He's got the physical tools, but I kind of liked what dude out of UMass was doing.
Yeah. No, so we'll talk about him in a second. We'll talk about him. All right, next up we got Jordan Tucker, right tackle from UNC, 6'6", 340. This dude really, really good size, man. When you talk about 6'6", 340, that's a big man. I think he plays with nice effort also. I think he's a really good run blocker, and I think that he's decent in pass protection. I think that, for him, like a lot of college tackles, speed is his weakness. Speed rushers, they can hurt him a little bit because I don't think he's overly athletic, and this the dip rushes when the guys are taking it down another level, he struggles to get down there. That's just a part of when you're 6'6", 340. It's the gift and the curse for certain people. The size is great. He's strong. You watch him and run in the run game, he's gonna move people. You watch him versus a bull rush, he's gonna stop that. But speed is his weakness. Guys getting low. Him trying to get down there is his weakness as well, man.
What do you view his path to be?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wasn't as optimistic about him as like Chris Owens or even Jake Dixon. I think that those guys. I think for him,
how do you compare him to maybe Banner? Both big guys, but I felt like Banner's probably a little more athletic.
No, Banner's definitely more athletic, man. Banner's more athletic, and Banner, I think, was more fundamentally sound, whereas this guy, I think that he just plays extremely hard and makes up for some of his errors. But at the NFL level, it's more than just effort. You have to be, like, skilled in certain aspects. And
sure,
like I said, just knowing. But the beauty for him is this. He plays right tackle. So when you're thinking about the pass protection, luckily the quarterbacks they're looking that way, so that will assist him in a sense, while he's getting acclimated to the speed of the NFL game.
Yeah.
But I think the way that he makes his roster is be a road grader in preseason as a right tackle, and then when we go extra lineman during the season, 72, man, number 72 is eligible. Like, I think that would have to be his role as like just that extra year. Hey, you line up on this side, we want you to just run this guy off the ball. Like, that's the way I see him making the team, because I don't think he's athletic enough to start or play legitimate right tackle snaps right now. He could get there, but I just don't think he's there right now.
So here's who they have on this depth chart in terms of right tackle depth. They have Leglue, which these guys are idiots whoever made this depth chart, because he should probably be more like backup guard or left tackle. But I think that was the only way they could fit him in, because they have Green as a backup left guard, Haig as the backup left tackle, Hassenauer as the backup center. So yeah, I guess maybe that's the only spot.
Who they have in the starting lineup?
They got Cole at center, Dotson left guard, Moore left tackle, right guard Daniels, and then right tackle Chooks.
Okay.
So it's looking like after Leglue, you got Chaz Green.
Okay.
And then Jake Dixon they have over at left tackle. I don't know if they're going to have him over at right at all, but it looked like he was more fit for left tackle,
yeah,
I thought.
I would agree. Yeah. He's built like a left tackle. Yeah.
Okay. So, you're probably right about that path and how he could at least have success this offseason.
Yeah. That's just how I see it with him, man. Absolutely. All right, next up, Jalen Warren, running back out of Oklahoma State. Shout out to the Cowboys out there. 5'8", 215. Bro, tell me if I'm off
Maurice
on this.
Jones-Drew.
You said Maurice Jones-Drew. I think he reminds me of James Conner, bro. I like the vision.
Okay.
I think he plays very hard. Nice burst. He can make a defender miss, but he's not overly shifty. I've seen him run through, tacklers, but he wins more with his effort as well. I don't think he's an elite, like, athlete out there. Like I said, man, when I watch him, I'm just like, you remind me of James Conner, bro. Like, maybe not as physical as James, because we know James, I think, has a little bit more size on him. But to me, man, it reminds me of that in terms of just
steady.
Yeah, like, you don't watch him and get like wow too often in the sense of like, oh, he's taking it to the house, or oh man, he just ran through this guy. But it's just like the attrition. Like, you keep giving him the ball, you keep giving him opportunities, and he wears these guys down. That's what he reminded me of to me, man.
Yeah, a little bowling ball. That's what I thought of
Yeah.
whenever I saw him, and that's why I compared him to Maurice Jones-Drew. But I think Jones-Drew is probably like an inch or two short. Was he like 5'6"?
5 tops. Yeah. He was,
Yeah, Jones-Drew is probably
he was
even
a lot
thicker,
too, bro.
and
Yeah.
Jones-Drew is faster. So he's a version of that. Probably, actually, if you wanted to, combine Maurice Jones-Drew and James Conner.
There you go.
How about that?
We combining everybody. Let's go.
I'm not against the pickup. Obviously, it doesn't cost us much.
Right.
Just to bring another guy in the running back room. I'm just more excited about Durant.
Yeah, me too. I think Durant's just a better player. I
Hey,
think Warren is still a good guy, though.
Yeah, he's productive. Oklahoma State in terms of like the Chuba Hubbard predecessor. He did good. Over 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I'm trying to think what else. His story is interesting too. Like Utah State not getting
It's nuts.
a lot of carries, but before even that was at like Snowball College or something.
Yeah.
Some like JUCO.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, now he's on an NFL team. But I'd say, if anything, though, his highlight is having the season that he had for Oklahoma State. Who would have thought that?
He balled out, bro.
Yeah, he did. Have over 1,000 yards at Oklahoma State. That's a big deal. Yeah, we'll see how he does with us.
No, without a doubt, man. But like I said, for him, I just like his effort, bro. Like, he plays hard. You watch him run that rock, it's like he's not going down on first contact. He's spinning off of dudes, still farming dudes, dragging dudes. He diving in the end zone. Like I said, I don't think he's an elite athlete, but I think his effort makes up for it, though.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one, Bryce Watts, cornerback from UMass. 6 foot 180, outside corner definitely, but I got a lot I like about this dude, man. I think he's a confident man-to-man corner. Like he out there, big chest, he letting you know. Good size, physicality, good ball skills also, man. I saw him match up against the best receiver in all of college football last year, man. Held his own, and
he did.
And I saw him get an interception on +1 / the upgrade as well, man.
Well, what's interesting, I remember watching that game.
Like, dude,
that might have been the first game of the season, I think.
Dude.
We sure that
ball, bro.
didn't get called back for pass interference? Because I saw a flag on that play.
No, it's fine.
Did it get called back or not?
It doesn't matter what. It don't matter what the flag. I know what I saw.
It was good coverage.
It was top-notch coverage, man. But seeing him match up with Jordan Addison, though, I was really impressed by that. I don't think he's the fastest guy, though. Or the most
he ran
athletic.
pretty good, though.
It's
4.3 something, right?
But when you watch him, bro, he gets stacked a lot. Receivers get on top of him a lot. And that's one of them things where I'm just like, I don't know if you're not playing as fast as you tested, but he gets stacked a lot. And that's the thing that makes me very nervous about him. Because to me, at the NFL level, man, I think that when you talk about big speed, you're not going to be able to be physical with those receivers down the yard like that. You're going to really have to have that foot race. And to me, I thought a lot of times, man, when I'm watching him, when these guys are getting on top, it's more so him still being physical with them, and that helps him. Even out at the catch point and stuff like that. Or he just had really good ball skills, and he would just like fight to the end. It was one play, I think Jordan, I want to say, like, he caught the ball, and he was just still ripping and still fighting, still ripping and still fighting at it. And that was ultimately how he made it an incompletion. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. He just, to me, I feel like maybe he gets tired on some of them reps. I don't know. But I feel like he got stacked a good amount of times, man, when I was watching him. Still makes the play, though, which is good.
So more technique, maybe?
Could be in a sense. But think like how James Pierre was with Jamar Chase. Remember on the first touchdown that he had left side?
Yeah.
They're even, and Jamar is able to stack him right at the end.
He just doesn't have good football speed, you think, then?
To me, that's what it looked like.
Well, that sucks, because that's why I was excited about him. I was like, you know what, small school guy, and looked like he competed really well. It was locked. I know it was UMass, but apparently he was like he was like a lockdown corner from this year, and it's weird because he was at Virginia Tech, but couldn't really catch on there. And you're like, why couldn't you catch on there if you're really that good? But yeah, everyone's development's a little bit different. But the thing that I was excited about, and this is what you talked about a lot last year, was James Pierre, he's fundamentally sound, all this and that. He plays with confidence, but just top end speed, it's not there. Yeah. This dude plays with confidence, lockdown and everything, but had the top end speed, but you just don't think he plays to it as much.
Yeah, or I'm just hoping that maybe it was the clips that I was watching. That could be the case. And even though, like I said, he was still making the plays on some of this stuff, I just know at the NFL level, you're not able to be physical like that down the stretch. I mean, think about how we
harder to make up for it.
Right, you're not gonna be able to keep hitting these guys, touching these guys, bumping into these guys. Nah, we look. Hey man, that's a flag. The hit receivers like that, man. He holding them, he touching them. You can't do that. And so
I look back on that UMass Pitt game.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we won pretty good, 51-7.
Man. It was a good game.
But Jordan Addison, because I just want to double check, because I know some of the highlights that you saw with Watts on Addison, and Watts had him pretty good. I just didn't know if they weren't showing the whole story. But Addison only had 5 receptions for 40 yards and a touchdown. It's actually his worst game.
Dude, that's nuts.
All of last year.
That's nuts.
Maybe if you want to consider against UNC, he didn't have a touchdown, but had 6 receptions, 84 yards.
Yeah, he balled out that game.
Because at least he had a touchdown versus UMass.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably one of his worst games last year.
And like I said, we know what Jordan was. Yeah.
That was against UMass.
Yeah. I like it.
That's because of Watts, I guess.
I like it, man. I like it.
Reason to get excited, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a chance. You want to talk about Owens and Durant.
He definitely has a chance.
I think him versus some of our cornerback depth right now, Pierre, Lane, this dude's got a chance just as good as them two.
No, I agree.
I would say. I mean, Pierre he was undrafted, right? Not like a 7th round pick. He was undrafted. Lane, obviously a 3rd round pick, just hasn't really stuck on.
Yeah.
If this guy could come in and play or have a type of offseason that Pierre had last year,
yes,
I don't see why he can't make the roster. He'll definitely at least be practice squad, I would think.
I would agree.
I think he
has a chance, though, man.
We don't have much cornerback depth.
No, we do not. Not right now.
Let me double check real quick, because it's Pierre Lane. I mean, they have Norwood in there too, I guess. Steven Linden? I don't know who the hell that is.
He must be new. Yeah.
And then it's Chris Steele, Bryce Watts.
Let's go.
So one of them two got a chance.
Somebody gonna get it. Yeah. I'm about to say, if you want it, go take the spot. Go get you a job. That's how you tell
I guess you have to throw
job, man.
Dude, this depth chart's terrible. They have Akella Witherspoon listed as a nickelback.
Lord.
This is terrible.
What are y'all
Isaiah Johnson they have in there too. Arthur Mollett. I guess I don't think of those like Mollett and Trey Norwood as cornerbacks, but they are. Yeah.
See, I think of Norwood more so as a safety.
Guess you have to consider them because they're going to be more nickel guys, slot guys. But I'm thinking with Watts, obviously, he's in competition for the outside rule, and that's Lane and Pierre.
No.
He's got a chance.
He does. We're going to see, man. We shall see. We shall see. But no, I like it, though, man. But those are the undrafted free agents, man. So, little rundown on them, little update. So, yeah. All right, let's get some of these supers then, and we'll proceed. Sound good?
Sure.
All right. Let's see. Where did we stop at? Was it Cam Letson?
Let me see. My computer just died on me. It was doing pretty good. I mean, that lasted like an hour.
That lasted way longer than I was expecting.
That lasted an hour.
Bro. Way longer than I was expecting.
That was pretty good. But all right, let me get to the super chats real quick. This might be on you because now it's going through ads.
Uh-oh.
I'm at official momentum. Moats, you look short for a 6'2" guy.
Oh man, we got some in between.
Okay, so it probably just gave me the whole refresh here.
Okay, all good. Here we go then. All right, so we had Cam Letson. He was saying that he's from Rochester. When we were saying, is he from Buffalo? So he's from Rochester. Shout out to the 585. Absolutely. Then he says official momentum. Or it's official momentum. He says favorite game this season. #Bucks versus the Steelers.
That'll be fun.
That will be.
That'll be electric. That's at home.
Yeah. My favorite game, Steelers Bills. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
That's up in Buffalo.
That's what I'm looking forward to, man. You got one?
We got a good slate of games. It's got to be a division game. Okay. It's got to be. There's gonna be one
Buffalo?
division game.
I said Buffalo. Cincinnati?
I think what it is, dude. No. Here's what I think it is. Well, I want Pickett to start, but those division games, I think the storylines are there now.
Oh no, they definitely are, man.
We got our young guy. We got our franchise guy. We'll see how he does against Burrow.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does against Watson, the guy that you guys just brought in, Lamar Jackson. I think those are going to be a lot of fun.
Nah, I agree, man.
So I'm excited for the divisional ones. I think there's going to be one game that's like the peak though.
Yeah.
Is it like a Sunday night game against the Bengals, Week 9?
Something like that. I like it though. All right, we got Rianne. I think I said it. Yeah, Rianne Fagan. Excuse me on that. Says I beg someone beats out Snell and we trade or cut him. Anytime he gets the ball, it's a waste of a play. Dang.
What's funny about him, man?
Though, where he just started fumbling.
It's just funny how we're excited about a dude like Durant who went undrafted. I remember when we drafted Snell, we were like, dude, this guy could be RB1.
Benny Snell football.
Watch out for James Conner.
Benny Snell football.
He was like, oh, man, this is the prototypical Steelers running back.
And
he was insane in college. He was really good. Yeah, fourth round. It's just, insane how kind of how that plays out and how just a couple years, a fumble 2 here or there.
Bad timing,
just
bro.
changes your perspective on a guy.
Yeah.
Because remember his rookie year, we're like, F yeah, Benny Snell football. Just even in his short amount of time, like he got a couple carries in that Seahawks game, a couple in the Chargers game.
He had the long run in the Seahawks game, the 22-yarder.
Also had the big game against the Bengals. It's not like his rookie season was incredible or anything, but you saw the flashes that got you pumped, and then just not too much after that. It was just a fumble or 2 here or there that really killed it because he had a good Giants game in 2020 in the opener.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I share a similar sentiment where it's just like, I'm good on Benny Snell. Not too much is happening.
Special teams.
Right.
All right, though. Yeah, what could have been. Or he still has a chance, though. Corey Flores says, sorry I'm late. Yeah, well, you're here now, so that's all that matters, baby. Official Momentum says, Kenny Pickett, MVP or Rookie of the Year?
He does have the best odds for Rookie of the Year. Did you see that? Did we talk about that? I think he has it's like plus 500, which actually isn't bad odds for being the best.
You putting down on it, right?
I will.
Okay.
At some point. I mean, it's probably not. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Could those odds get better? Probably not. Not by that much.
Yeah.
It would be if we announced Trubisky as a starter. But then you wouldn't really want to bet on it then.
Not at all. Unless you think Trubisky's going to flame.
Yeah, unless you think Pickett could get in like week 2 or 3. Because I think if he got in week 6 or later, that's going to be tough just because he's not going to have enough stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, week 2. If he comes in week 2 or 3 and can play like 14 games,
he'll have a chance.
Exactly.
I like it.
You're right. I got to put something on that.
Yeah, man. Put a little money down, man.
Yeah. Put a big Deke investment on it.
Absolutely, man. Don't get all shy now.
Yeah.
Official Momentum says Joe Namath went to Beaver Falls. # Super Bowl cheer.
I told you that, bro. Western PA QB
they got
factor.
Some guys, absolutely.
Marino, Montana. He said Jim. Who was
Kelly?
Jim
Kelly.
Jim
He's
Kelly.
The other one.
Namath, Montana, Dan Marino.
Yeah.
There's definitely another dude I'm messing in there, but right there, I mean, it's
crazy, bro.
That's like a top 15, 20 quarterbacks of all time right there, 4 or 5 of them.
All from the same area.
Yeah.
Love to see it, baby. All right. Oh, and I'm almost to you, matter of fact. Yep. So he says, this is Mr. B. Malarkey because you're next. Says, Moats, you keep saying what we do, referring to our defense. How much do you think the D will be different with new defensive coordinator, new blitz packages with Flores? I think they'll have some new wrinkles, but as a whole, the defense still has a lot of similarities and a lot of carryover from even when I saw with Dick LeBeau used to run here. Like they make changes to it, they make alterations and stuff like that, and we can see who has their stamp on it at certain parts of it, but it's still a lot of the same style of calls. It's just little tweaks here and there, man. So that's why I always say what we do, because when I watch him on tape, I'm like, yep, I know exactly what that call is, because that's the call that I ran when I was here with Dick LeBeau. Then when it was Keith Butler, and now whoever y'all want to put as coordinator, I still see that same call and that call and that call and that call. That's all. So that's why I say what we do. I'm sorry.
Official Momentum.
I think I was about to say with Buffalo. You know what I mean? I was like,
that's why I started laughing.
I got nervous. I was like, bro, what do you mean what we do? You know what I mean?
I thought he was gonna say, you can't be saying we.
I was
Get
nervous.
out of here.
I got nervous, man. I got nervous.
Official Momentum though. It says, Moats, you look short for a 6'2" guy.
Yeah, I'm little, man. Yeah.
Deke 5'11" question mark.
I'm a little guy, man. I'm little, bro.
Is it listed 6'2" if you Google you?
Probably is, yeah.
Is it? Mm-hmm. What would you say you are?
I know what I am.
6.
6 foot 1/4 inch.
1/4.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that? 6 foot 3/4?
Yeah, 6 foot 1/4. Yeah.
6. Oh, quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's all good,
That's
bro.
just terrible.
It's all good.
Whenever you say quarter, why'd I think 3/4? I don't know.
I was like,
am I as tall as you?
I don't know.
Whenever we I mean, we're pretty close to height. I think when I've measured back in the day, I mean, remember we talked about going to the doctor. I haven't been to the doctors in how long, though, so maybe I have grown like an inch or something.
Like I did little G? All
I
right,
think last time.
Stand here, put you back on the wall, G. Put you back on the wall, Deke. All right, let me get. Put a little mark up there.
I think last time I was like 5'11" and a half or 5'11" and 3/4. This might have been in high school though.
Oh Lord.
I just say I'm 6 foot.
Fair enough. I don't get caught.
That's what the chicks want. That's what they say, right?
That's what they care about 6 foot like that.
That's what I hear.
Oh. Yeah, I ain't never had no one tell me I wasn't enough. So I think I'm all right.
Official Momentum. GOTY. I don't know what that means.
Game of the year.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
Bucks Steelers, Brady versus Pickett, Goat Bowl.
Ooh, okay.
That'll be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That will be. I mean, that's probably in the top 5, but there's just something about these AFC North games that got me pumped this year now.
Yeah, let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Next one, we got Mr. B. Malarkey. This feels like an iron sharpens iron kind of season. Let's find out if we have some real ball players.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
I canceled my Prime account to support.
Yo, you
Wow.
Salute you, though, baby. We appreciate you from the heart. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That's a big commitment right there.
It is
Thank
right
you.
there, man. Heck yeah, man.
Let's go, UW. Between Tomlin, Austin, and Flores, the defensive guys should develop nicely. But technically, we don't have an official outside linebacker coach since Butler retired. At least as far as I've heard, is James Busy?
Busy.
I don't know who that is.
Debo, man. James Harrison. He could be the coach, bro.
He's a little more removed. Because I know people keep trying to bring up Ben for OC or Ben QB coach. No, that doesn't work.
Debo's a little bit more removed. Absolutely.
How do you feel like he'd be as a coach?
Why you want to ask me? Because I know him personally.
Yeah, you know him better.
Put that on me, man. Come on.
I mean,
bro.
I'm fine with it. You bring in a guy that's an all-timer, sure. It's like bringing in Hines Ward as a receiver coach.
Yeah.
I just don't know how James Harrison is as a coach, though. Like, Hines Ward wants to coach. Does James Harrison actually want to coach? You think he'd be good at it? How would he interact with players?
I think that Debo
I think he would just mother F the guy.
It's a strong possibility that'd be the case. I think it's also a strong possibility that he would be like, you know what? I can still do this. And that could be
like, this is how you do
well.
it. He would actually have the linebackers line up on the other side of him.
Yes.
Be like, this is how you do it. Line up as the tackle. And then,
bro.
probably almost kill him.
Yes. You see how he works out? You see the videos? How many years removed is he now? He's still getting it in just like it was 6 a.m. But not even 6 a.m. 5 a.m. we was out there working out.
We were legitimately
It's like,
talking
bro.
about him coming back
Yes,
in
bro.
2019, right? Whenever he was
bro.
down at the UPMC office.
Absolutely, man.
Who got hurt? It was Dupree got hurt.
Absolutely. And he send the pitch out there. Talking about, Debo, what you doing, bro? Debo, don't you hurt yourself now, Debo. Hey. It ain't like how it used to be now. These young guys, they killers out here, Debo. You got to chill, bro.
Official Momentum says, my
Oh,
Steeler
man.
stories. He just keeps reminding us.
Hey, don't you forget it, man.
We can't.
Let's go, man. All right.
What do we got
all
next?
right. Next one, though. It's a fun one right here, man. I want to talk about the rookies, though. More so the rookie quarterback. And,
yeah.
You know, how many stars do we
I came up with this topic.
See,
I got
man?
the
Absolutely.
over-unders. I listed
Absolutely.
them out, so I want to.
Let's go. I like the insight. He's like, I came with this topic. Facts. Yo, that was dope, bro. I was super happy when you put this in, man.
Okay. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I got the 5 QBs. Pickett, Howe, Ritter, Corral, and Willis.
Mm-hmm.
So over/under when we see them
Okay.
this upcoming season.
All right, when we see them. So which game they start? The first start. Okay.
Okay. You want me to... we'll save Pickett for the end.
Absolutely. Give it a little suspense. Come on now.
Malik Willis. Week 11.
Oh.
Over/under.
It's Mariota down there right now, right? No. I'm
Tennessee.
tripping. He went to Tennessee. Yeah, that's right. With Tannehill. Week 11. I'm taking the over. I'm taking over. Tannehill ain't coming off that field, bro. Tannehill's not going to let him in on that field, bro.
You think
For a
Tannehill
start,
does good?
right?
So the case for
Because we're not even
Tannehill...
talking about him like having a package of being...
No. I'm
Instead
talking
of, like,
about
having to start,
starting. Yes.
Yeah.
The case for Tannehill actually doing decent this year, obviously he is playing for his
Mm-hmm.
NFL livelihood, but also there were a lot of injuries on that Titans team
Derrick
last
Henry
year.
went down last year. I mean, they still made it work with the other guys, but that forced Tannehill to have to do a lot more than what he was accustomed to doing. And for a while, he still was okay, but you could just see that's not his game when he was forced to really have to air it out at times, man.
They don't have A.J. Brown anymore, but Treylon Burks is a version of him.
Yeah.
Missing Brown, I mean, that is going to hurt because
Yeah.
he was a really good receiver. He's a guarantee, where Burks,
Absolutely.
you're hoping.
We're going to see
But
what it looks like.
a lot of these rookie receivers can just step in and be that good. I'm with you on the over. I'm with you. I think
definitely on the over,
Tannehill
bro.
actually plays decent enough where
Yeah.
keeps Tennessee relevant, and they don't really think about bringing in Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Only way is injury. I mean,
it has to be an injury.
Tannehill has been injury prone throughout his career, not as of late.
Right, but Tannehill's I don't think Tannehill's going to play bad enough to get pulled. Like, that's just not what I see in Tannehill at this stage in his career. Nah. Hey, and Stainless Steel, man. Stainless Steel had a great recommendation right here. He says, smash the like button.
Thank
Can
you.
never get enough of that, man. So shout out to Stainless Steel for that recommendation right there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button if you have not. We appreciate you from the heart, though.
Okay. I have to change this line, actually.
Oh, here we go.
Matt Corral. Ready? Hold on. Ready?
Let me hear this one.
Week 3. Under.
That's tough.
I think he's day 1 starter.
That's tough. Ooh, that's tough.
I think he's beating out Darnold.
He had to get to the 3rd week in the season. I'm going to take the over.
When we see him.
Week 5.
Oh, initially I had week 6.
Oh,
I should have kept the line.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like it's a week 5 thing, bro. Because, like, to start that, it's
that week 6 line was perfect.
Yeah.
I should have kept it. I would have said under anyway.
Yeah, for me, I would have went under if it was week 6. But, yeah, I'm like, week 5, I feel like that's when it's going to happen, bro. It's not about that first quarter of the season, man. They want to ride with their guy to see, like, oh, man, give Down another chance. Like, we believe in him. We already got the money committed to him. But, yeah, I say about week 5.
So here's what's interesting about this Corral scenario. You could kind of view it maybe as Dalton and Fields last year with the Bears.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is Rule looking for here? Because I feel like if you start with Corral right off the bat and you could have him show flashes throughout, then maybe that buys you time. Whereas if you start with Darnold and it's a shit show and you bring Corral in, it's like, why didn't you just roll with Corral the whole time?
Yeah,
and maybe they just move on to another coach, just kind of like what they did with
Fields and Dalton. But the only difference is Fields was first round pick. Was it top 5 from correctly? Right?
I just think Corral's already better than Darnold right now. As weird as that is to say.
I know, but it's hard to say that when one is a first round pick and one was a 3rd round pick?
Yeah, here's what I'm thinking though. Darnold, you're not doing good this year. Corral, at least, who knows?
But they already got the money invested. They already picked up that option.
That was a terrible decision.
Right. So, but with that though, they gotta give it a chance. They got to. Otherwise, it's looking like, bro, you gonna start a 3rd round over a guy that you guaranteed 20-something million to? Like, it's bad business. Yeah.
Okay. How? Week 18. Do we see him at all?
How? Yeah, I don't think I see him at all, bro. I'm taking the over.
Carson Wentz does good enough?
Yeah, Carson Wentz has been decent. I mean, even in Indy last year.
Well, I guess Howell still has to compete even with Heineke too, right?
Yeah. Heineke ain't no slouch, man. Because it was conversation of where the Commanders going to view where they were going to view Heineke the same way that the Texans view Davis Mills. In the sense of like, all right, we know he wasn't we know he's not the most glamorous, but we just like him. He's our guy. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, man.
Oh, man. I could just see them throwing him in there like week 16 or something. You know what I mean?
God,
they're already out of the playoffs.
No. I'm telling you, man. Wentz going to have them boys all right, bro. They're going to be all right.
Oh.
They're going to be all right.
Okay.
And I don't even like them. Not in the least bit. But they're going to be all right.
So even if they're out of the playoffs, they don't do the flyer of let's throw Howe in there.
Because you looking at the NFC East, they're going to be in that conversation. They're going
probably,
to be in that conversation,
even though right now doesn't it feel like Cowboys and Eagles probably are ahead above them. But you know how the NFC works. Someone's like going to be around 9-8 and win the division.
Always like that, bro.
Even though Dallas was the outlier last year, from what it typically is.
Yeah.
Because Dallas like smoked everyone. Had no way. What they have, like 11 wins, 12 wins, something like that.
Yeah.
I think you're right that Wentz is overly criticized. I think you're right on that. He said 27 touchdowns last year, but there is a reason the Colts wanted to move off.
Right, and we saw him in one of the biggest games of the year for them versus Jacksonville, a team that they should have been heavily favored in. He didn't have his best performance. And for Wentz, man, it's just like you can't keep doing that. You know, you got to show up. When it's time to show, you got to show up.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the under. I think they pull like a week 17. Let's just throw Howe in there, see what he does.
I like it.
Mine's tougher though. I think yours is the safer bet because we're right. Howe still has to beat out Heineke too. Yeah, you have to do that first.
And Heineke played at ODU, and ODU was in the crib. So,
all right. You know. I just think we see Howe in that week 16, 17 game. They're already out of the playoffs. Let's just throw them in there. That's my bet.
We gonna see player.
I don't see it as like a mid-season thing though.
Okay, fair enough.
Ritter, week 4.
He's the one that went to Atlanta. He's the one that's
he might
behind
win. He might win for
Give
week
me the
1.
under. Give me the under on this one.
What's the scenario?
Week 4. Give me the under. I just think.
You think he wins week 1?
I think that he's a more polished version. I think that he's a more polished quarterback. And if your biggest competition is Marcus Mariota, when's the last time we seen Mariota as the day 1 starter? It's been a couple of years removed now. So I don't think that it's a sure bet that he comes in and just blows those guys away. Whereas with Desmond, kind of what we talked about with TG, he is the new toy. He is the new guy in the building. I think the athleticism is going to show, which we already talked about. I think the thing that also, I mean, it's like, I'm trying to think who, because I was trying to think of the weapons around him down there that could help him or highlight him. The Calvin Ridley thing sucks, but he could play through Cal Pitts, so he'll be fine with
Pitts
that.
in
They
London.
obviously brought it in London, so you're getting very quarterback-friendly
Patterson's
targets.
back.
Oh, and that's the key. Yeah, that's the one. I was like, it's not Gurley, it's Patterson, absolutely. So yeah, man, I think that his maturity.
Gurley.
Yeah, I remember him right when he went down there. It was nuts. He was low-key all right.
He wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
like he's not on the team. Like his career's done. There's
Yeah.
no way anyone's signing him.
Yeah.
I'd be more excited about Matteo Durant
I
than
would
Todd
as well,
Gurley on
bro.
the Steelers right now.
I would.
That's
as
sad.
well. Which
That's
is
really
crazy,
sad.
bro. It's crazy. But for me, man, yeah, give me the under with Desmond. Though. I think that I like him beating out Mariota.
I'm with you. I think it's really predicated on who wins the job in the offseason.
Yeah.
Because if Mariota wins, I'm taking the over. I think they would
I
stick
feel
with
you on that, yeah.
I think they would stick with Mariota a little bit longer. And I actually think Mariota would maybe have success if he won the job with some of those weapons down there.
Yeah.
That's the question. Does Ritter beat out Mariota? I'd say it's like 50-50
I think
right
he
now.
could do it. I'm leaving.
I think he can too.
I'm
It's
putting
like
my flat-
50-50.
I'm a Ritter guy. Let's go.
I don't know what the coach's mentality's down there. Are
Well, we
they
know,
willing to take some more risks?
We
Go
just
with the
know
rookie?
that, Arthur Smith, I think that was the one that has the connection to Mariota. When they were, it would have been
Tennessee?
Tennessee, yeah, that's what he said. The Tennessee connection, or something like that.
I
Yeah.
think so. I think you're right.
Yep. So that was a part of why Mariota wanted to go to Atlanta, anyways, to get that reconnection.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll say over. I'll say over then
Yeah.
because of that. It was like 50-50 toss. I'm kind of with you, though. Ritter could just beat him out,
No, without a doubt he can, man.
and that would obviously be the under. All right, last one.
Yeah, it was Tennessee, by the way. Yep. Oh, here we go. Moment of truth.
Kenny Pickett. I'm going to do the same thing as Ritter.
All right.
Week 4, over under. You know I'm taking under.
I'm going with
Week 1 starter, Kenny Pickett.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I hope so.
Uh-oh. That's a good line, huh?
Yeah, it is.
It
It
got
is.
you thinking?
Well, just because, like,
I should have stuck with week 6 on that one. I'm disappointed I fell off that.
I'm going to go over. Because you said week 4. I'll go over because I do think that Trubisky is going to be tough for Kenny to, I think, to clearly beat out Mitch.
You think it's the Ritter-Mariota scenario?
Yes. I think by week 4, week 5, though, we're looking and we're like, yo, it's good. Mitch is still, he's not playing terrible, but we feel a little bit limited, or we feel like, we want to try something. We need a spark. I think
Pickett could at least give
Yeah.
us what Mitch is doing and
Right.
maybe some upside.
Correct. And because the whole first round thing that we talked about, in the sense of like, you're going to be feeling that energy. You're going to be feeling the anticipation of when we're going to see him. And we're going to be looking at Mitch like, yo, this is good. It's
It's going to be
cool.
that Browns home game
Right,
that
but
TG's
it's
talking
not
about
enough
week
for
5.
us. Yeah. Yep. So that's why I got Kenny with the over. I
Okay.
think by like week 5, week 6 when you get that opportunity.
Okay.
That was good though, man. I like that, dude.
I was going to do it last
like
podcast
that.
and I
I like
forgot
that.
because we were talking about, what were we talking about last podcast? There was something in relation to that.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks or rookies. Can't really remember, but I wanted to do that. I had it written down. I was just like, all right, when are we going to see these guys?
Yeah.
Week 4, week 6, over-unders. So I thought it'd be fun.
Not without a doubt, man. I like it.
So we're at 11.
All right. So what we'll do is this. We got some supers. If
Okay.
you could get those, I'm about to check something real quick, and then after that, we will see what the temperature is. Sound good?
Works for me. All right, so Fisher Momentum said, my Steeler stories. That was the last one. Now he says, who will do better coaching? Hashtag Canada or hashtag Flores.
Oh,
My money would be on
I'm going
Flores. It'd be a safer pick,
Definitely going Flores here, baby.
but I think for the sake of Steeler Nation, we want it to be Canada just because
Fair
his
enough, actually.
role
Yeah, you're right.
should be a little bit more impactful because
Yeah.
Flores is the defensive assistant, not a defensive assistant. Not saying he's not going to have impact, but
Right.
Canada's literally the OC.
Yes.
We hope he does good.
He needs to do really good. Yes.
We hope he's a damn good coach. Official momentum. Join the upper room.
Official momentum.
We've been waiting.
Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And welcome to the family. Now it's a party. Now it is a party.
You know why he joined? He's ready to call in.
Uh-oh. Hey, now.
Nico Robinson. I feel like we missed out on signing Brendan Radley Hiles. Three-word name, I guess.
Okay,
He reminds me of Mike Hilton's play style. He signed with the Bengals.
Hmm.
I don't even know who that is.
I have to look into him now.
Well, we might see him 2 times
Yeah.
this year. Maybe he'll be on our radar. Official momentum. Matt Ryan for comeback player of the year? Question mark. Hashtag Colts.
Bro, he gonna be all right, though, man. He has a great situation over there. A great setup for him.
Should he be considered? It's not like he played terrible
But they
last
gave
year.
Tannehill that same comeback player of the year because he went from just being all right to really good.
Really?
Remember when he won? When Tannehill won comeback player of the year, he wasn't hurt.
Really?
Yeah,
They gave that to him whenever he came in
right.
on like
that's
week
what we were all-
6
and
or
that's what we were all
7.
laughing like, yo, he's just got it because he went from being like a bad player to like a really good player. That
I
was
didn't
it.
think Matt Ryan was that bad though. 'Cause
I would agree.
He's
Yeah.
going from starter to starter, whereas Tannehill
Yeah.
went from starter with Dolphins. They're fed up with him.
Yeah.
To backup in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who else is in consideration right now? Comeback
Trubisky?
player of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he would be.
He's in there because he's in the same situation.
Mariota.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Mariota for
I'm trying
sure.
to think any running backs. Could Derrick Henry, because he's come back
Drew
from
Lock.
injury. Drew Lock, sure.
Derrick Henry. No, we can't do
He's
that.
come back from injury.
Dude, he was doing so
But
good
he's
last
coming back
year.
from injury, bro. It's a comeback
He was gonna
award.
go for 2,000 last year if he didn't
But
get hurt.
he's coming back from injury, man.
Do you still have him as your top running back?
I think he's in that conversation.
I think you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I've been talking him down these last 2 years, every offseason,
Right.
saying the wheels got to fall off. He's been getting
Yeah.
so many carries. Keeps
It
proving
ain't
me
fall
wrong,
off
so
yet,
I'm going to
man.
give him the benefit of the doubt this year.
Yeah.
He's going to come out and do like 1,600 like it's nothing.
And still, Stainless still says Devin Bush. That'd be the comeback player of the year. There you go.
He's in the mix.
He's definitely in the mix, man.
Any running backs? I mean, Barkley's been hurt so much. Barkley and McCaffrey, maybe?
Definitely those two, yeah.
They've been so banged up in and out
Throw
of the
Michael
lineups.
Thomas in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yep.
With Jameis being there, now they brought in Olave. Michael Thomas
Yeah.
is a good call. Jameis Winston.
Ooh,
The
'cause
ACL.
He had the ACL.
He
yeah.
was playing good, though, too. Not to
Mhm.
the Derrick Henry level, so
But
I
he
think
still was doing his thing, though.
yeah, I
without a
think
doubt.
he's a more legitimate case. All right, those are some good names, though.
I like
So
who else-
actually,
who else
Matt
they said?
Ryan is not
Yeah.
not on my list, but it was a good conversation starter. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
Travis Etienne, the Bloody Nine brought them. Yeah, because he did get hurt in the preseason.
Okay.
It's comeback. Comeback from
Okay.
injury, man. Yeah.
Is he considered a rookie this year?
Well,
It's like the Blake Griffin.
Yeah, it's a Blake Griffin type thing.
Is
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
All right, I think that was the last comment.
I like
It
it,
was.
then, man. All right, so what we'll do is this. Based on the clock, we'll briefly talk about the UFC 274, man. Just preview it, and then after that, man, we'll get out of here by 10 at the latest. Sound good?
That works for me.
All right. Because I do got
These
some
are some
stuff.
good fights. I'm glad you
No,
brought this up
absolutely,
because
man.
I didn't even know any of these dudes were fighting this
Yeah,
weekend.
absolutely, man. So, we got to talk a little UFC, man, for my UFC heads out there like yours truly. Definitely excited about this card, man. We got the lightweight champ, Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira, defending his belt against Justin Gaethje, man. That is one of those fights, man, that I'm super excited about. When you talk about Oliveira, man, first off, the dude, he's always game. I know he had the situation early in his career where he, quit and stuff like that, and everybody gives him flack for that.
Wait, what happened?
Bro, so he was getting beat up, and he essentially, quit. Yeah. And that's why
But he's a really good fighter.
Yeah, now he is. Yeah.
What happened?
He just quit. So everybody talks about his heart for that.
Did he quit to get better though?
Nah, it was kind of like
Did he go into a mountain off in the distance and
I
find
don't-
God
hey,
or
man,
something?
I don't know.
Find a trainer?
I don't know. But that is why every time he's about to fight now, people bring that up. But I will say this, his past 6, 7, 8 fights, you ain't seen none of that quit. In fact, 2 fights ago, he was in one of those dog fights. And you're like, man, all right. And it was the one when he won the belt versus Michael Chandler. He's getting beat. And it's like, all right, man, is he about to, give it up? nah, my man came out of that thing and got the job done. Like, he's definitely changed his whole perspective now. But dude is super technical, man. He can stand up with you, man. He's elite off his back on the ground, submission artist. I think he has the record for most submission wins in the UFC. But this dude, man, this is going to be one of those fights because Justin Gaethje,
He's on a tear right now.
bro. He's on a tear, man. He punches heads off. Like, yeah. He's, hey, man. Just always down for either I'm getting knocked out or I'm knocking you out. That's his energy.
Who do you got in this one? Because Gaethje's the
Bro,
dog.
Gaethje is. It's
I
slight
wasn't
though.
really
It's right by
expecting
150. But see, to me, I could see it because Oliveira has been on a tear, bro. Like I said, Oliveira, he's been knocking off some dudes as well and doing it in an impressive fashion. It's just the stigma around him to an extent. That's why people lean a little bit more Gaethje. But the odds favor Oliveira because Oliveira, to me, is the better fighter.
So you're going with him?
I am, yes, because I don't think
you don't like those odds though for Gaethje.
I like the odds for Gaethje, I do, but at the same time, I just think that Oliveira, man, he's I don't think he's giving that belt up right now, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like the tears falling down his eyes when he won it. It's like, yo, you could just see like it meant so much to him. But Gaethje, man,
you wouldn't be surprised. This is one. I mean, there's
a
reason the odds are somewhat
without
close.
a doubt, man, without a doubt.
I might have to go Gaethje. I might have to put maybe $10 on that.
Like Gaethje could definitely, like if Gaethje knocks him out, like I wouldn't surprise me. But at the same time, if Oliveira chokes Gaethje out, that's not going to surprise me either.
Yeah.
But like that's one of them fights, man, that I'm super excited about, man. I think that both of those dudes, they match up extremely well stylistically. You're gonna get that contrast of the knockout artist versus the submission expert. You get the quote unquote tough guy in Justin Gaethje. You got the guy that had questions about his heart, but now he's put them to rest. It's one of the ones, man. It's one of the ones right here, man. But then the second champion fight up there, I'm excited about also, bro. It's a little lady action.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ladies out there, man. Mother's Day in the building this weekend, man. Big time shout out to all the mothers. But Rose Namajunas, the women's strawweight champ, is fighting Carla Esparza, who's the number 2 contender. Now, with Rose, I'm trying to think how I could make you remember her. She just kicks a lot of booty.
No, I was going to say, I think I recognize both of them, and I think every fight I've seen both of them in are actually really exciting.
Yes, dude.
Really exciting. Carla was the most recent one I think I saw. Wasn't she on the dude that does the shoey?
Yeah,
a couple fights ago. It wasn't his most recent one.
But it was like 2 cards ago. Yeah, she was on the undercard, and she did.
Smoked whoever she was up against. Smoked them.
Absolutely. But Rose is the one who fought Young Wei Lee, who was the strawweight champ. I want to say she's Japanese. Yes, the Japanese young lady. And they went at it. The first time Rose knocks her out with the head kick. Shocked the world. It was like, whoa. Then they did the rematch. It went 5 rounds. Split decision, though. So for Rose, her facing Carla is going to be interesting because Carla, she's been doing this for a while also. And she is super game, super good fighter.
Did you hear about this backstory?
No, talk about it, man.
That they fought on... It was... I don't think it was when UFC was first starting, but they did some type of...
Yeah.
I don't think it was a reality show, but it was some type of startup TV thing they were doing, and they fought in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget who won. I think who won. I can't remember who won, but this is like the rematch.
Correct. But to me, man, Rose is an animal, bro. That's Thug Rose. For those that don't know, man, I'm still hurt when she whooped up on Johanna Jędrzejczyk. That was like the most feared woman for a time in that division, man. She was just an animal Polish young lady. And man, Rose beat her 2 times. I was just crushed. Like, I never thought that could happen. And ever since then, Rose, like, even though Rose had got beat after that, man, Rose continues to come back and just always finds a way to win, bro. Like, she's just one of the ones, man. But Carla.
I think Esparza won the fight.
Yeah.
I think because, Namajunas, for her to get the belt, that was like the different pass. Like, Carla beat her, but then Namajunas ended up getting the belt. Now this is like the big match.
Nah, it's gonna be a good one, bro. I'm excited about it. All righty. Then after that, man, got 2 more fights I want to talk about.
Okay.
Michael Chandler versus Tony Ferguson. Another super intriguing matchup just because of when you talk about both of these guys, man, they're both dealing with some bad situations in the sense of coming off of a couple fight losing streaks, but they've been fighting some dogs. That's the issue. So typically it's like, man, I don't want either one of these dudes to go into 3 and 4 fight losing streaks. But when you're looking at the guys they fighting against, it's like champion, former champion, contender, one. Like, it just is what it is. To me, man, Tony Ferguson is one of them dudes. it hurts me.
What the hell happened to him? Because
he had a 13-fight win streak. He was supposed to fight Khabib on numerous occasions. They
Yes.
could never get the fight done. He finally took another fight. He gets beat, and that changed the game, bro.
Well, because it's funny. You bring up Khabib, and it was him versus Conor.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I saw Ferguson go up against Pettis.
Yep.
The fight before the main event. And I was like, this might be the best fight I've ever seen.
Bro.
And
he's
Ferguson
a warrior,
looked amazing.
bro.
He looked in so much control.
Yep.
How he was doing his leg kick, all the other stuff. Like, he almost looked...
That's El Kukui, man, the boogeyman, bro. Trust me, like
He almost looked like a
that.
Tyson Fury in the MMA.
No,
just
he's like that.
how he moved. It was so flawless.
He's super awkward the way he fights. He's super game. He'll cut you with the elbows, can fight off his back, can take punishment. It's just one of them dudes that terrible luck, man. Multiple times he was supposed to fight Khabib, and this is when Conor left to fight Mayweather, and then when Conor got in trouble, and then when Conor had to relinquish the belt. They were supposed to fight on numerous times, man. It was just Khabib got sick one time from a weight cut. Ferguson had something happen to him. Khabib had something else happen to him. And then the last time they were supposed to fight before Khabib won the belt, he tears his ACL the day before the fight. They're on stage talking. He trips going off the stage. It's craziness. Then after that, when he finally came back, he got beat. And now, this is where he's at. He lost his last fight to Beneil Dariush, who's another really good lightweight. And it's just one of them things. It's like, man, you want to see him get back on because this dude, like, to think that he's going to have this career and never have been a champ is nuts to me, man. But Michael Chandler's the new guy. He came over, I believe he was in Bellator, if I remember correctly, and he was dominant. And he came over here and people thought that, he was kind of getting things handed to him by Dana, but in terms of Dana White. But when you watch him, bro, like, he can fight. He's a scrapper. And it's like he's very gifted and talented. It's just the dudes he's lost to are champs or former champs. He lost to Charles Oliveira, who's the current champ. Like, he's not in there with scrubs. So that's why, for me, I'm super excited about this fight right here, man. To me, I want Tony Ferguson to win, but I do think Michael Chandler gets it done.
He's the dog.
I think Michael Chandler's going to get it done, bro.
Ferguson's a dog by a good margin there. I'm looking at it. Wow.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
No, it is, man.
Because Ferguson was one of the dudes that really stuck out to me whenever I first started watching some of these fights, whenever I'm out with friends and stuff.
Kukui, baby.
I was like, holy hell. They were like, yeah, he's going to be the next to fight Khabib. I'm like, oh, my God, bro. I can't wait for that because I love Ferguson's fighting style.
Bro, the one thing that you're going to know that anytime T-Ferg fight, though, man, somebody going to be leaking them elbows. Like, he's slicing you up, but he's getting sliced up. Like, it's going to be one of them things, man.
Yeah, that Pettis one was
It's going to be one of them things, bro. Every time, bro.
That.
Every time. It's going to be that. So you eat prior to that fight. You don't want to be eating while that fight is going on.
You think his game's not the same since that ACL? Like, if you noticed...
No, I wouldn't even say it's that. I just think that, man, like, he's had a rough string. Like, I'm trying to think, man. Some of the guys, like I said, Beneil Dariush, man, is like a legit dude, and I know who he lost to most recently. Pull up the other guys that he just fought. Oh, Charles Oliveira, the champ. It's another guy he lost to.
So Oliveira went through both Chandler and him.
And then you know who else he lost to before Oliveira? Justin Gaethje, who's about to do what? Fight for the belt.
Okay.
So it's like he's not.
So the most
losing
recent one was probably his worst.
Well, no, because Beneil Dariush is another guy that's right there as a contender, ready to fight for a belt also.
Okay.
All these dudes are contenders. His last win was against Cowboy, Donald Cerrone.
I see he's on the card.
And he's on the card as well. Yes, he is, man. Yes, Cowboy. Yes, he was the last guy I wanted to talk about. I was like, you know what? Shout out to Cowboy, man. I'm not going to lie, bro. Love Cowboy. It was awesome when I got a chance to meet him when he came here to Pittsburgh, man. But this need to be it for the homie, man. Hey, Cowboy, man. Go ahead, man.
Thank you, Cowboy.
Thank you, Cowboy, bro. Thank you, Cowboy. But hey, Cowboy, this got to be the last one, baby.
What do you mean?
This got to be the last one, bro. I can't take it. Bro, he's man, dudes be
what if he wins?
No.
You don't think he's winning?
You can win it, but let that be the farewell. Don't come back. Like, bro,
you think if he wins, he's just going to up his competition?
I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous for him, man. And I'm like, bro, you've been in a lot of fights. You didn't got your head bounced too many times, bro. This got to be it, bro. Like, I love you, Cowboy. You my dude, but yeah, this got to be it for him, man.
Has he ever had a bout?
No.
He's just always been on the precipice.
Every time he gets in the title fight, he gets starched every single time, bro. It's the craziest thing. Always game. He'll have a momentum.
Was he ever number one? Was he ever the number one contender?
He has moments, yes. Wow. And then he'll get there, and it is just gory. You're like, bruh. I'm talking first round. Like, It's that type of situation. Yeah.
Well, the McGregor one was terrible. That's the one that I've seen. But
Yeah, bro.
I know his MO is just like he's always down to fight.
He's always
short notice, whatever.
He'll fight you. He's short notice dude, but it's like Cowboy, bro. Like you got to stop. So I'm hoping that this will be it for him, man.
The last rodeo for the Cowboy.
Yeah, and that'll be it, man. And what I did just notice is it is 11:15, so I am 5 minutes over, and I don't want to, have to deal with those consequences. So with that being said, Sid, we got 2 supers in here real quick. I'm gonna read that, and then after that we're gonna roll out, man. All right, King Stacks. He says, "Burning my Bush jersey, Moats. Where do I get yours?" Oh, hey now.
Don't burn the Bush jersey.
Don't burn the Bush jersey. No, don't do that. But yeah, I actually don't know where you. I usually tell people go to NFLshop.com, type in the custom, put Moats and 55. Are you even allowed to do that? I don't know.
Well, we had that whole scenario with Vic.
Yes, I didn't even know if
would
you're allowed to do that.
NFL or the Steelers have to reach out to you?
They probably would. And I would say it's okay. Yeah,
You're gonna give them the okay?
I would definitely give the thumbs up.
That's an easy way to do it. At least you could get a real jersey.
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
Yeah, the fake ones.
You don't want to do the
I'm not a big fan of the fake jerseys.
Yeah, don't do the fake
It's got to be a legit Nike one.
Yep. And then the last one is Official Momentum. He says, hashtag the Art the Most Experience with Deke live next Friday. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, May 13th, we will be at Southern Tier Brewing Company right on the North Shore, man. Live episode, man. We will start at 6 p.m. out there. You definitely don't want to miss it, baby.
React to the schedule.
Absolutely. The schedule is dropping. So, yeah, we're going to be a chance to give our live reactions to that, man. Definitely pull up on us, all right? Share a drink or two with us, man. Just break bread, talk with us, man. It's going to be a vibe out there, man, so you definitely don't want to miss that, and it is free of charge, all right? So definitely check that out, man. But with that being said, man, happy Mother's Day, early Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Ooh, that's a good reminder. I guess I gotta get my mom something.
Come on, man, don't be slacking on the job like that, bro. All right, but shout out to everybody that was with us today, man. Stay safe out there, enjoy your weekend, and until next time, baby,
peace.